Hello everyone, I just want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, December the 16th, and it is exactly 2:52 in the afternoon. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of posting today. There's been a lot on my heart that I wanted to communicate, and this is something that the Lord has just been stirring in my heart probably within the past day or so. Just something I want to get out and communicate. So I'm praying even now that the Lord will give me the words to speak. Lord, put your words in my mouth concerning what I'm about to say and what I'm about to communicate. That it will come across, that people will hear it and they will respond to it. It's just something that I feel I need to say. And I'm asking you to help me to say it in love. So that the message will be received in love. So I ask this in your son Jesus' name. Okay, so as you see the shot that I'm showing you, let me state that I'm in a public place. So if you hear noises in the background, that's why. But we're just gonna continue to move forward in spite of that. Okay, so just as the shot that I'm showing you, you see the like bark on the ground. It looks like a pathway. Okay, so each of us has a unique and distinct path that our lives take. Your path may be extremely different from my path, and my path may be extremely different from yours. But each of us has a path that we must take, a journey that we go on in this thing called life, based on, circumstances where we were born, things that happened to us. Everything comes into play. Each of our paths are extremely unique to our lives and our situations. So the word that I feel the Lord wants me to release and speak is concerning, I guess it concerns judgment and how we judge other people. But most importantly, there's someone speaking in Spanish in the background, so I'm going to pause the video until they're done. Okay, sorry about the interruption. I had to switch locations due to that gentleman just speaking very loud in Spanish in the background. It happens all the time. They do it on purpose. I'm not sure why, but they do it on purpose. So anyway, if I can find my train of thought again, I was speaking about how this is a word about judgment and how we judge a thing. I was speaking about how each of us is on a path and on a journey that is unique to our experience. Some of us are further along in that journey. Some of us are at the beginning, some of us are in the middle, and some of us may be at the end. But nevertheless, we each have a journey that we embark on when we're born in this world. And I guess I'll just go ahead and say what the whole purpose of this video is about. And it's about prematurely judging a thing. Okay? And this is something that the Lord dealt with me about like a while ago. Maybe even a couple of years ago. But the importance of how important it is that we not judge a thing prematurely. See, if you're the type of person that's trying to assess someone's character, who they are, there's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration. See, you may be judging a thing prematurely. You may be judging someone who's in the middle of their process. The end and what the end is going to be is yet to come, is yet to be discovered, is yet to be revealed. And so if you're judging someone, if you're trying to assess someone's character or behavior today, you have to look at where are they in this process. Okay, you have to really know a person. You really have to put yourself in that person's shoes and understand what their journey has been like. Like, one of the things that I had to do, which was a blessing for me, when I was a probation officer, I had to interview so many people, and I had to find out their life story, and then I had to tell it. I had to write it and tell it in court documents before a judge. But I could not step into that courtroom. And why? Because I had to determine what is the best outcome for this person. What can we do to help this person? What services can we provide to help this person? And in order for me to know what I should recommend and what type of services I needed to provide, I had to know something about the person, right? Like, I had to know something about their story, what their struggles were, what they, what issues they had to deal with growing up. I couldn't just go into a courtroom and recommend something based on just the act itself. Because there were lots of times where we had simple crimes, so to speak, misdemeanor crimes that were before us. But when you started talking to the child and started getting all the background information, there was all this other stuff going on that was overwhelming compared to what the charge was. So I had to learn, like, not to judge things prematurely. So I can't look at a person and say, I'm assuming XYZ about you, because I don't know that person. I don't know what their circumstances are. I don't know how they were brought up. I don't know what trauma or pain or things that they've dealt with in their life. I have to know a little bit about someone before I can truly make an assessment about what is best and who, and most importantly, who they are. I'm speaking for myself in that, somebody could look at me, if you were to judge me today based on just surface information, you would be completely misguided. Because, see, I've been dealing with something for like 7 years that has been extremely overwhelming. So I can tell you myself that I am not myself. I am not operating as the true Michelle that I was before this happened. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this thing has changed me. So my responses are not perhaps the best right now. I'm doing some things that I probably shouldn't do right now. I might even be saying some things that I shouldn't be saying. But again, it's because I'm dealing with a situation that has been prolonged and has taken such a toll on me, both emotionally, physically. I mean, there's not an area of my life that hasn't been impacted. So for someone from the outside to be trying to determine who I am and the type of person I am based on perhaps how I behaved yesterday or even today would be totally out of line, because you don't know who I am. You don't know what I was like before this happened. And I'm desperately trying to hold on to who I am and who I was before all of this drama came into my life. And the truth of the matter is, I think I've handled this situation extremely well. You don't know what I have gone through for the past 7 years of my life. So for you to judge me based on how I'm responding, you would be completely wrong, probably. Because you don't know enough about me and you don't know enough about what I've been through. And the same goes for any other person. It's why God, you would be judging me like I said, in the middle of a situation. I'm still in the middle of being processed. And so you would be judging me prematurely because the outcome has not manifested yet. And I am fighting and have been fighting. That's one of the hardest things that I've had to deal with is how do I hold on to who I know I am in the midst of going through something that is so diabolical and so evil and has the potential to change my nature. I cannot allow what the enemy does to change the goodness of who I know I am on the inside. And trust me, it has been a battle for me to hold on to that piece of me that I know is good in the midst of being done wrong by so many people. And so that is what the Lord is stirring in my heart, just not just for me, but for other people. I can't judge someone. We're not supposed to be judging people anyway. We're supposed to be judging ourselves. But I can't assess and determine who a person is based on current events, so to speak. I have to get to know that person. I have to know something about that person, something about their background, before, so that I can get a clearer picture of who they really are, and not just judge them based on how I see them responding today, because how they're responding today may be because of pressure that they're under. And yes, we'd all like to think that we'd have the greatest responses when we're under pressure, but hey, sometimes we're not. Sometimes the flesh takes over. I can admit that. So I just want to put that out there as a warning about judging people and judging people in situations prematurely. Somebody could be in the middle of their process and perhaps behaving very badly. And yet as they continue along that journey and they learn the lessons that they're supposed to learn, they could be a totally different person from what you assumed that they would be or about them. So I just want to put that in your ear so that you'll be aware when you start to judge someone or judge situations and you don't know the totality of their story and what they've been through. You haven't walked a mile in their shoes. So it's easy for you to judge them when you don't know. And yet the only person that we should be judging is ourselves. We should be looking at ourselves in the mirror every day, asking God, what do I need to change about me? And not pointing the finger at other people. So I pray that this word was spoken in love and that you receive what I'm saying and that you take it to heart and act upon it. Don't judge me. Don't think you know who I am based on what's going on and how I may be responding today. Because you don't know what I've walked through. And you don't know what I've had to overcome. You don't know how I've had to just hold on and how I'm fighting to hold on to who I know I really am and not allowing the things that people have done to me to alter me and to change me, because I know that I'm good, and it's because I'm good that they rose up against me to begin with. Thank you so much for listening. Be blessed.